Milton High School, Monroe High School, and the WIA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at all education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation in supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity as well as racial, sexist, or other inappropriate comments or other intimidating or taunting actions will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Please enjoy this evening's game in a positive manner. Also, a reminder, tobacco, drug, and alcohol use on school grounds is prohibited by state law. And now let's meet this evening's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Cheesemakers from Monroe. A 6'2" senior, number 10, Tyler Elmer. A 6'2" junior, number 11, Braden Zettel. A 6'2" senior, number 15, Carter Sawdy. A 6'3" senior, number 20, Dylan Bieber. And a 6' senior, number 25, Alex Tordoff. Head coach of the Cheesemakers, Brian Bassett, assisted by Jake Brunell. And now let's meet your Milton Redhawks. A 5'9" senior, number 2, Ethan Hansing. A 6'1" junior, number 5, Mark Bowditch. A 6'5" senior, number 10, Isaac Phillips. A 6'3" senior, number 12, Spencer Hammer. And 6'2" senior, number 34, Noah Phillips. Head coach of the Redhawks, Zach Gorelli, assisted by Gary Gorelli. Milton High School would like to thank the Milton EMTs for coverage at sporting events. In addition, Milton High School would like to thank the staff of Mercy Sports Medicine Center who are here to keep our athletes safe tonight. The staff provides our athletes with sports medicine services both at games and at practices each night. Thank you, Mercy Sports Medicine Center and the Milton EMTs.
Hello everyone, we would like to welcome you to this Badger Conference matchup between the Milton Redhawks and the Monroe Cheesemakers. I'm Jonathan Crofts.
And I'm Will Thomas. Milton looking for their first conference win, only having the one win against Bigfoot to open the season. They've been struggling so far, but looking to pick up their first conference win here. And we'll have a retip.
And the starting five for the Cheesemakers, number 10, Tyler Elmer, number 11, Braden Zettel, number 15, Carter Sawdy, number 20, Dylan Bieber, and number 25, Alex Tordoff.
Milton starts with the Phillips twins, Isaac and Noah, Spencer Hammer, Ethan Hansing, and Mark Bowditch.
That's 20, Bieber, passing it into the paint, almost taken away by Hansing.
The foul.
That will be on number 10, Isaac Phillips, and number 25, Alex Tordoff is at the line, shooting 2. And good on the first one. And Tordoff good on both free throws. And the main reason why Milton has been struggling all year has been because of the constant turnovers they've committed throughout their season so far.
That is correct. The turnovers have killed them all season. See if they can clean it up today and pick up the first conference victory.
And Hansing's guarded by Zettel. Bowditch from beyond the arc, and shot's no good. Off the rim, rebounded by Noah Phillips. Phillips gets to Hammer. Hammer pulls up for three-point range. No good. Rebounded by Bowditch. Bowditch rebound, no good. And this one's rebounded once again by Bowditch, and this time he will be fouled on the way up. Great offensive possession there by the Redhawks. Keep fighting all the way through and getting the rebound.
Yeah, they came and crashed the boards, and that's what they're going to need to do to win the rebounding margin. That's a huge factor in basketball games.
And we'll have to convert, obviously, at the line, which Bowditch does not on the first attempt. He'll get another try here. And good on the second. Number 10, Elmer, will bring it up for the Cheesemakers. He's picked up by Hammer. To the corner now. Saudi has it. He's guarded by Noah Phillips. Saudi looking to get it. He gets it back to Elmer. Elmer now to 20. Beaver is picked up by Isaac Phillips and stolen quickly by Mark Bowditch. Mark Bowditch looking to finish here. And he is fouled on the shot. Mark Bowditch trying to take it coast to coast. Gets fouled and he'll go to the line and shoot 2 more.
Mark Bowditch is fighting. And he's been the leader the whole year on Milton's team. Scoring the 33-point game against Delavan Darien. He's been pretty much their main factor.
And this is the first shot there.
Free throws are going to be huge. You gotta make these count. They're free shots.
And Bowditch looking to tie it here if he can convert here on the second free throw. And he doesn't, but it's rebounded by Isaac Phillips, who tries to get to Bowditch. Bowditch doesn't cover, so Bowditch gets the hammer. And there you go, light the birthday candles. He will have a birthday today. I'm sure he's glad to get a bucket right there.
That was a great look by Bowditch. He saw Spencer cutting back door, just whipped it across the court and found him.
And stolen by Hansing. Great defense. Way to read the pass. Hansing bringing it up. He's picked up by number 11, Settle. Bowditch guarded by Elmer. And gets it into Phillips. Phillips loses it. And Phillips trying to get the ball. And he'll go to Monroe, I believe.
Officials timeout.
And it was a hard foul there on Noah Phillips. Again, those are always dangerous. The floor, loose ball on there. Both players going for it hard, giving it all. And the Monroe player, obviously, can't see his number. We'll get you a name here in a moment. But he obviously came out on the wrong end. And that is number 10, Tyler Elmer.
Looks like he's got a cut above the eye or on the eye or bloody nose.
And he will have to come out, and he won't be able to return until that bleeding has been stopped.
We'll have a brief break in the game. They got to clean up the blood off the floor. Quite a bit of blood, it looks like.
Again, Milton starting out tonight with some great defense so far. Quick steal from both Hansing and Bowditch, and Bowditch has ended up in points, and Hansing's as well did. So they're getting points off of turnovers, which is good.
Yeah, their defense is very much, their energy is there on the defensive side, and that is great to see.
And just here, still in the official timeout. Just gonna clean up the blood here. And as you said before the game started, Milton looking to get their first conference win, and that obviously be a great win for them, especially since how much they've been struggling. A win would certainly help their case right now.
Yes, a win would be huge. Just because they would double their wins from last year, and that's just big. The W wins from the year before. Plus to pick up a conference game where they did not win a conference game last year, that'd be also big. It's like a free coaches timeout. Coach is using this timeout to go over strategy early in this game.
Yeah, you always want to take advantage of situations like these. Get extra time with your players, figure out what's been going right, what's been going wrong, especially this early too.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're almost cleaned up over here. We'll be getting the game back underway here shortly.
In for the Cheesemakers, number 23, Hunter Ward.
Hunter Ward, number 23, will be checking in place of Elmer, who is still getting that blood cleaned up in the locker room.
Oh, the jump ball.
Jump ball. Not a foul on Noah Phillips. Ethan Hansing will inbound it. Isaac Phillips receives the inbound pass. He'll get it to Mark Bowditch, who is guarded by 23 Ward. Zettel is guarding Hansing. Hansing working his way up and around the perimeter. Gets it to Bowditch. And Bowditch tries to get it into Phillips, but that's Tordoff on the steal.
Bowditch picks up the foul. He was going for the steal there, using all his energy, trying to pick up the steal.
Foul number 5, Mark
Hit him in the body for the foul.
First team second.
That's Mark Bowditch's first team foul.
Second team.
Saudi has it, guarded by Noah Phillips. That's Tordoff, guarded by Hammer. Tordoff looking to drive, can't find a lane. Now 20, Beaver with it. Gets it out to Tordoff. Tordoff back to Beaver. Hansing tries to get a quick steal, can't get it. And that is no good. Shot rebounded by Tordoff. Tordoff with the pump fake. And his shot's no good, rebounded by Mark Bowditch. Bowditch looking to push it up court. Slows down, waits for the offense to set up. Hansing now with it. And Hansing on the drive. His shot is no good and is rebounded by 23 Ward. Ward now with it. And his shot is no good, however, foul call.
The official on the half-court line called a foul. Baseline did not.
That's Ethan Hansing on the foul, team third. His first personal, and Hunter Ward is at the line.
Both teams so far to start the game aren't making their bunny shots. They're not making their close shots, and that's going to be huge, I think, at the end of the game if they can't make the easy ones. But both teams are getting the opportunities inside the paint to get the easy buckets.
First one is good there from Ward. And he's good on the second. And Monroe pressing here. Ward has picked up Mark Bowditch. Bowditch driving, gets it to Hammer. Hammer beyond the perimeter, trying to get it to Phillips. Can't get it to him. Noah Phillips now gets it to Ethan Hansing. Hansing, good screen from Phillips. Isaac beyond the perimeter, gets it to Hammer. Hammer driving now, gets it to Hansing. Hansing pulls up, and that's a deep two. Good for Ethan Hansing.
That was a good offensive possession. Just keep driving the paint and then kicked it out for the open two.
Tordoff now. Tordoff will drive. And that shot is good, made by number 20, Dylan Beaver. And Bowditch now. 6-5 in favor of the Cheesemakers. Here with almost 14 minutes left to go here in the first half. Hansing driving now. Gets it out to Phillips. Phillips at the three-point line. No good. Rebounded by number 25, Alex Tordoff of the Cheesemakers. Hansing picks him up. Beaver now. Gets a screen. Gets it back to Tordoff. Tordoff for three. No good. And this ball is out of bounds. It'll go to Milton.
And for the Red Hawks, 21, A.J. Gray.
Stay with the
Staying with the Cheesemakers.
Monroe have it in the inbound in the baseline here.
Tordoff trying to get an inbound. He gets it into Beaver. And bucket is good from Tordoff, 25, Monroe. And stolen by Ward. Ward almost loses it. Travel not called. And that's Beaver once again for the Cheesemakers.
Timeout, Milton.
Timeout, Milton here. Beaver, number 20 of the Cheesemakers, so far leading the way. He's got 4 points. And just behind him is 23 Hunter Ward. So the big men doing some work here tonight, contributing to almost half of the team's point total.
Yes. Milton's going to have to get some points here. Don't want to have this one get out of hand early. Keep it close.
And that's one of the things we see happen most this year is that Milton is close through most of the 5 first minutes of the first half, and then the other team pulls away and they continue to fall behind the Redhawks in this case.
Yes.
Hammer inbounds it to Bowditch.
AJ Gray and Griffin Allen are in for the Redhawks.
Bowditch is guarded by Ward. Hammer now guarded by Tordoff. Bowditch now picked up by Ward again. Bowditch driving, and that one is good. Mark Bowditch is good with the 2-point bucket. Now a 3-point lead for Monroe. Number 4, Keegan passes out to Ward, who misses the 3-point bucket. Bowditch driving, puts it up, and the teardrop. And now it's a 1-point lead for the Cheesemakers. Good response by Milton. After Monroe gets a quick 4 points, they respond with 4 of their own. Keegan driving, and his shot is good. David Keegan, his first bucket of the night. And Bowditch will inbound it to Hammer, who gives it right back to Mark Bowditch.
Bowditch has 5 points already in the night, over half Milton's points because he's attacking the paint. That's what I think you got to do tonight. Attack the paint.
And ball is stolen away by Tustrode of Monroe. Ward pulls up from 3-point range, no good. Air ball, tore off now, rebound, shot, and one. As Hunter Ward once again with the bucket. And he will go to line and try to convert the and one. Or excuse me, Tordoff with the basket.
12, Spencer Hammer is first, team's 4.
Spencer Hammer picks up his first foul.
1.
And in and out, rebounded by Tordoff. Tordoff goes right back up, and the great block from Noah Phillips. Bowditch looking to push it. He slows down, and he'll bring it back around here. Hammer with it. Allen now, picked up by Keegan. Bowditch guarded by number 34, Tustrode. And a travel is called. Turnover by the Redhawks. And Hanuska, number 24, will check it from Hammer. And number 10, Isaac will check in for his brother, number 34, Noah.
Milton, another turnover, does not help. Still 5-point game. Gotta find a way to claw back into this. Gonna stop here and claw back in. Foul and a bucket from Monroe.
With the basket of the foul. Don't foul number 5, Mark Bowditch, his second personal, team's 5th.
And Tustrode will go to line and try to convert the N1 here.
Back in for the Redhawks, number 2, Ethan Hansing.
Once again, Monroe doing what other teams have done to Milton all year, which is get points off of turnovers, and that's been a struggle all year for the Redhawks.
Monroe pulls their lead to 7. Up in the big hat. And they're on a 7-0 run, actually, this first half.
And he'll run as Tustrode makes his first free throw of the night.
This is a big possession for Milton early in this game. They got to find a way to score.
Allen with it now. Gets it to Hanuska. Hanuska will make the move. He was guarded by number 12 there, Nick Schumacher. Hansing now with it, guarded by number 5, Hogan Edwards.
Hansing drives it towards Monroe's bench. Finds Allen.
Hanuska now with it. He's guarded by 15, Saudi. And a travel is called. It was forced by the duo of number 5, Edwards, and 15, Saudi. Saudi picked up by Hansing. And that's 34, Tustrode of the Cheesemakers with another bucket. Milton now down by 10 as Monroe has gone on a 9-0 run. Milton was at one point only down 9-10. And Monroe has quickly taken advantage of the turnovers that the Redhawks have committed here tonight. Hansing guarded by Tustrode. Phillips now with it. And Hanuska is guarded by 12, Schumacher. And Tustrode guards Hansing now.
Allen has it at the top of the key, swings it to Hansen.
And a couple substitutions here for the Red Hawks. Number 12, Spencer Hamer, and number 34, Noah Phillips will check back in as Hanuska and Allen, or excuse me, Allen and Bowdish will take a seat. And Saudi no good. And rebounded by Phillips. Stolen right away by number 12 from Monroe. And that's number 12 Schumacher with the bucket and the steal. Hansing almost taken away again by Schumacher, and timeout called for the Red Hawks. 11-0 run here for the Monroe Cheesemakers here.
Made this a 12-point game. Milton's got to find their pace. They were good through the first 5-ish minutes. Monroe's going on a run. Now you got to find a way to come back and go on your own run.
Yeah, Milton hasn't scored a basket here within 4 minutes, which is not good at all if you want to stay in a game like this. But you think back to that one official timeout, obviously Monroe coach was seeing that Milton was driving in the paint and winning in the paint, so he's adjusted and created a new defense that prevents Milton now from getting too close into there to get offensive rebounds and get the quick buckets.
Bowdish has been the main leader for Milton so far tonight with 5 points. He's on the bench with 2 fouls. The question is when do you put him back in the game to try to get this lead cut down from Monroe?
I say you wait a couple more minutes, see if Milton can cut back into this thing a little bit, and if they don't towards the end of the half, I say you put him back in there and see what he can do. However, if he gets a 3rd foul before the end of the first half, that's definitely not a good thing to have while you're in the half. And Hansing loses the pass, and Phillips tries to get it back, but Schumacher gets it, and Hansing steals it. However, it's picked up again by the Cheesemakers. Into the paint, Schumacher, and Schumacher is fouled. There's Isaac Phillips, who already has 2 technicals on the year.
Film ball number 10, Isaac Phillips, his second first man.
Isaac Phillips picks up his second
23
foul.
Griffin Allen back in for the Red Hawks.
And Allen comes in from Milton, a very emotional team. They are not afraid to show their emotions on what they think on the call on the place, and that has hurt them throughout the year. They get too emotionally invested. They just got to let the play go and move on.
And that's number 4, David Keegan, on the missed 3-point shot. Schumacher, back to Keegan. Keegan. And that's Saudi, number 15, Saudi, on the bucket.
Milton turns it in.
Another turnover. 13-0 run now for the Monroe Cheesemakers. And Tustrode will get the inbound. Keegan with it in the paint. He tries to get it to Saudi. Saudi gets it in the corner, guarded by Phillips. Schumacher now with it. Schumacher driving. Good move by Schumacher, however, can't convert, gets his own rebound, and it's good.
Good Schumacher.
And the thing there, that was just a mismatch there. AJ Gray, 5'9", while Schumacher is 6'1". Got a good 4 inches on him. Advancing to Gray now.
Milton really needs a basket now.
Allen now to Hansing. Hansing, guarded by Tustrode. Hansing trying to get a move on Tustrode, can't get it. And he steps out of bounds while tagging the baseline. Another turnover committed by the Red Hawks now.
Braden Zettel, number 20, Dylan Bieber. In for the Red Hawks, number 24, Kyle Hanuska.
That's 25 now. Alex Tordoff with it. And he is giving it to Bieber. To back now, here we go, 25. Tordoff with it. Bieber, drive, can't get it. And Allen tries to steal it. And that is Zettel who got it back for the Cheesemakers. And 3-point bucket is good by Dylan Bieber.
Milton down by 19.
18-0 run now for the Cheesemakers. Hammer now. Gets it to Phillips. Phillips is guarded by Beaver, while Hansing is guarded by Elmer, who has checked back in, got the blood all cleaned up, and you can see the bandage wrapped around his head there. Hanuska guarded by Tordoff. Hanuska with a step-back jumper, no good, and rebounded by Beaver, who gets it all the way up to 11, Zettel. Zettel in trouble. Gets it back to Elmer. Elmer shot, no good. Good defense by Phillips. However, a rebound is called, and a foul committed by the Redhawks, and that will allow Elmer to go to the line and shoot 2.
No foul number 34, Nolan Phillips, his first, team 7. Tyler Elmer at the line shooting 2.
And first shot, no good from Elmer.
The turnovers are hurting Milton again this first half, and that's pretty much been the big thing here, is turning the ball over and letting up offensive rebounds from Monroe.
And Elmer is good on the second one, making it a 19-0 run for the Monroe Cheesemakers. And Milton still hasn't made a shot within 6 minutes. Hansing with it, guarded by Elmer. Hanuska gets it into Allen. Allen now driving. Pump fake. Shot. Good. That ends the 19-0 run for the Cheesemakers. Now let's see if the Redhawks can come back with a little run of their own here before the half. And that shot is no good by number 11, Zettel. And it'll go out of bounds, and it'll be Milton's ball. 6:15 here to go in the first half. It is in favor of the Cheesemakers, 29-11. Hammer gets it into Hansing, who's quickly picked up by Elmer.
Milton needs to find a way to get this lead, Monroe's lead, under 10. I think by halftime they have a shot in the second half. If it stays up with this long, Milton doesn't have the shooters to bring them back from our big deficit.
Allen can't find anyone to pass to, gets it to Phillips at the top of the key. Phillips now guarded by Beaver. Phillips gets it to Hansing, who is guarded by Elmer now. Hansing to Hammer. Hammer gets it into Phillips. Phillips is in the drive to the corner. Hanuska for the long tray. No good. Rebounded by Elmer over Monroe, who Spencer Hammer, good defense there. However, can't get it up the steal. And Zettel gets the bucket. Hansing now, bringing it up court for the Redhawks.
5 minutes left here. Score Monroe 31, Milton 11. Milton's got to find a way to come back, cut this lead a little bit, go on a little bit of a run.
Hansing gets it to Allen. Allen then gets it to Hammer. Hammer setting up the offense. Hammer looking to drive, dribbles off of his, he gets it right back. Spencer Hammer catching fire a little bit there. And that's his second bucket on his 18th birthday there. Hammer with the rebound. Hammer is guarded by Schumacher. Hammer passes to Hansing. Hansing back to Hammer. Hansing gets a screen in favor of Phillips. Hansing loses the ball, but then regains possession of it. Allen now picked up by Schumacher, and Coach Norelli will call timeout here.
Milton is just struggling on the offensive set. It doesn't look like they're all on the same page, knowing what to do. They just keep passing it along the half-court line, and that's going to be a problem.
Score being 31-13 in favor of the Cheesemakers now, with 4:17 to go in the first half. And the Redhawks have also come into a little bit of foul trouble. 17 fouls, while Monroe only has 2. And Monroe is in the bonus the rest of the way now.
pick up action here. It'll be
Back in
Milton's
for the
basketball.
Red Hawks, number 5, Mark Bowditch, and 22,
Will be inbounding
Weitzel.
right by Monroe's bench.
In for the Cheesemakers, 4, David Keegan, 15, Carter Saudi, 23, Hunter Ward, 30, Ross Oxenrider.
We'll see what Milton can do here. Hopefully go on a little 10-0 run maybe, get it within 10. Like you said, Will, before the half, and that'll obviously make things easier for them coming out.
Bowditch comes back in, having picked up 2 fouls earlier in the game.
And he'll have to avoid that third foul here before the first half. Hopefully not to go into the locker room with even more foul trouble. Weitzel now, who has checked in for the Red Hawks. Hammer with it. Hammer gets it to Hansing. Hansing pulls up, and no good. And Phillips can't get the rebound. Rebounded by 23, Hunter Ward, who has just checked back in for the Cheesemakers. Keegan with it, back to Ward. Ward, and travel. Turnover now by the Cheesemakers.
Let's see if Milton can make that turnover count.
Hammer will inbound it here. Monroe still sticking with their man press here. Hammer trying to get it in. Gets it into Hansing finally. Hansing is guarded by number 34, Jonah Tustrud. Bowditch now, guarded by Keegan. Bowditch gets it out to Phillips. Hammer now with it, the birthday boy driving. Gets it out to Weitzel. Weitzel pulls up from 3. No good, overshot it. That's Saudi with it, now looking to push it up. And it's tipped away and stolen by Daniel Weitzel. Hammer, bringing it up. Weitzel with it again. Weitzel back to Hammer. Hammer to Hansing. Hansing. And Hansing with the travel now with the turnover.
Milton's just taking too many steps after coming around that screen. They're catching the ball, and they want a jump stop, but they're taking a step before the jump stop, which is causing the travel call.
And timeout here, Monroe. Milton struggling here ever since Monroe has adjusted to their offense, not allowing any inside passes in the paint, not letting any offensive rebounds. And ever since then, Monroe's been able to shut them down for the most of this first half.
Milton doesn't really have the outside shooter that they need to be successful on the outside. They're more of a pound the grind, run the paint, try to get the layups and the offensive rebounds from the team. And when a team shuts them down, the score happens to be like this. Still a lot of game left though.
And the 2 shooters that I would say Milton does have would probably be Mark Bowditch and Ethan Hansen.
Yeah.
Saudi now gets it to Keegan. Keegan is guarded by Weitzel now. Custard can't find anything on the drive. Saudi now with it. Saudi. That is number 30, Oxenrider. Ward now to Keegan. Keegan into the paint to Saudi. And foul on the shot.
Yeah, number 2, Ethan Hansing.
No foul,
His
number 2,
second.
Ethan Hansing, his second, team's 8. Saudi at the line. Shooting 2.
Saudi is at the line now, shooting 2. And first one good.
21, A.J. Gray back in for the Red Hawks.
A.J. Gray checking back in for the Milton Red Hawks. Saudi now on his second shot. And second one is also good. Gray will bring it up. He is guarded by Keegan. And Hammer now receives it. He is guarded by Saudi. Bowditch now, wide open from beyond the arc, and in and out, no good. Rebounded by number 34, Jonah Tustrud. And Ward wide open in the corner, can't get it. Rebounded by Oxenrider, good pump fake.
Someone forgot to box out the man because he was wide open on the backside.
Alex, miscommunication there. Weitzel now, guarded by Oaksenrider. Phillips, who is guarded by Tostrid. Phillips to Bowditch. Bowditch looking to get a little offense going, gets to Hammer. Hammer gets a screen from Phillips. Weitzel now with it. Weitzel looking in the paint to Phillips, can't find him. Gets to Hammer. Hammer looking for Phillips now outside. Hammer will drive now, and he will put it up, and basket is good.
Hammer.
6 points on the night for Hammer. And Tostrid now on the drive. And a travel. Turnover committed by the Cheesemakers.
For the Redhawks, number 13, Chance Nelson.
Chance Nelson will
Also
check on in for the Redhawks. For
Ethan
Noah Phillips.
Hansing.
And Ethan Hansing will check in for Mark Bowditch, who will take a seat. And will most likely end the half with 2 fouls, which is a smart decision by Coach Gorelli, getting him out of there before he runs into too much foul trouble.
Yeah, definitely with a minute and 12 left, there's no reason to have him in there. Pick up a third foul because that would be huge. Let him sit the minute and 12. It's not going to make a huge difference. He's in for a minute and 12 seconds.
Keegan guards Gray now. Hansing with it, guarded by Tostrid. Minutes to go here in the first half. Milton down by 20, 35-15 in favor of the Cheesemakers. Hammer to Hansing. Hansing pulls up beyond three-point range and book it. Three, good for Ethan Hansing.
That was a big shot from Milton at the end of the half. Try to find. They can find a way to find some kind of momentum to get them going in the second half would be huge.
And Ward will drive. Nelson on the shot defense, no good. And it'll go in favor of the Cheesemakers.
Monroe made a very athletic play there. Jumping up, grabbing it, throwing it off AJ Gray's shoe.
And that's number 11 of the Cheesemakers, Landon Friedenzettel.
And 25, Alex Tordoff.
And Alex Tordoff will also be checking in for the Cheesemakers. And 33.8 seconds remaining in the first half. See if Milton can keep the Monroe deficit at where it is. Tordoff with it. Tordoff to Saudi. Saudi guarded by Gray. Tordoff with it, guarded by Gray. Keegan, guarded by Gray. And Saudi. Saudi driving now. He's picked up quickly by Weitzel and Gray. Weitzel tries to steal it, can't hold on to it. Hammer with it. And shot no good to end the half by Zettel. And at the half, you have your score. Your Milton Redhawks 18 and the Monroe Cheesemakers 35. We'll see you at the start of the second half.
Save me.
Welcome you back here to the second half of this Badger Conference matchup between the Redhawks and the Cheesemakers. Monroe got off to a slow start, and Milton took advantage of it in the first opening minutes of the first half. And right now, Monroe has picked up pace a little bit and has cut into a very intense lead.
Monroe with the quick, easy basket to start the second half by Saudi.
Bowditch now, he's picked up by Elmer, who exited the game in the first half with a head injury, had a cut on his forehead. Isaac Phillips at the top gets it to Hammer. Phillips now guarded by Saudi. Bowditch. Phillips now, shot, and can't get it to fall, but his foul on his way up. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
These are going to be huge in the second half. They're 3 points. Clock's not running. You have to make
teams first.
And the leading scorer for the Monroe Cheesemakers is number 20, Dylan Beaver. He has 7 on the night. First one is good for Isaac Phillips. And in and out for Phillips, rebounded by Saudi. Or excuse me, Tordoff, Alex Tordoff. Saudi there with the bucket. Second bucket on the night. He has 6 on the evening. Hammer gets it to Phillips. Milton down by 20. 39-19 in favor of the Cheesemakers. Phillips sees the pass from Bowditch. Phillips passes it to Isaac, his brother. Hansing now pulls up, and his jumper is good.
Ethan's leading the Milton Redhawks tonight with 7 points, followed by Spencer Hammer with 6, Bowditch with 4, Griffin Allen with 2, and Isaac with 1.
And three-point shot is good by Braden Zettel for the Cheesemakers. It's a 6 points on the night. Bowditch gets it to Hammer. Hammer gets it into Phillips. Phillips guarded by Zettel. Hansing pulls up now from three-point range, and his shot is off. Rebounded by number 20, Bieber. And Saudi with it, passes to Tordoff, and Tordoff will miss the bucket, but he will go to the line and shoot 2.
No foul on number 34, Noah Phillips, his second personal, team's first. Alex Tordoff at the line shooting 2.
And first one is good for Tordoff.
Number 25, or excuse me, number 30, Ross Oxenrider.
Oxenrider checks in place of Elmer, who appeared to take a blow to the head on that foul there. And Tordoff, 2 for 2. Score is now 44-21 in favor of the Cheesemakers. Hansing looked to take it coast to coast. Instead, passes to Isaac Phillips, who passes it to his brother. Noah gets to Hansing. Hansing is Hammer in the corner. Hammer tries to get to Bowditch, but it's kicked away. Kicking violation. Stays here with the Redhawks.
Milton just hasn't come out with any energy after they were in there for the first 5 minutes with all their energy, and after that, there's been none, and that's what's hurt them. There's no energy here.
And also the turnovers tonight, also contributing to the fact that Milton is now down by 23. Hansing with it, looking to cut into that deficit now. He'll drive now, and he'll lose the ball on his way up, and it'll go to the Cheesemakers. Defense there by Braden Zettel. And Oaksenrider in the corner for 3. 5 points on the night for him. Bowditch now. He will pass it all the way up to Hammer. Hammer looking to finish. Can't. Picked up by Oaksenrider. And Hammer will get it to Hansing. Hansing loses it. And Zettel, good on the layup. Zettel now has 8 on the night. Hammer passes it to Phillips. Phillips out in the corner to Bowditch. Bowditch gets it back into Phillips. And Phillips on the shot, and no good. And he will shoot 2 now.
First, team second. Isaac Phillips at the line, shooting 2.
And first one no good from Phillips. Phillips hoping to make the second one here. And the refs consulting here. The perimeter judge may have gotten a better look at it. And it is a jump ball. Possession arrow staying here with the Red Hawks. Hammer will inbound it, and he will get it all the way to Hansing. Hansing tries to go up and get it, and he will regain possession. Hansing will bring it back up. He's guarded by Zettel. Hansing guarded by Oaksenrider. Bowditch, pump fake. Gets it into Phillips. Phillips loses control. And a foul is committed by number 10, Isaac Phillips there. Loose ball foul.
Roll call number 10, Isaac Phillips, his third personal, team second.
Isaac running into some foul trouble here early on.
Milton has shown through this game and why they have struggled throughout the year with not controlling the pace of play, not making their buckets, and turning over the basketball. Monroe has it.
Zettel. And stolen. Great read by Isaac Phillips to pick off that pass. Normally a quarterback in the offseason, but I guess he switched roles there for this case. Phillips goes up and it's knocked away. Zettel now. Zettel will drive and no good. And a late foul is called.
Roll call number 2, Ethan Hansing, his third, team's third. 11th grade Zettel at the line, shooting 2.
Fouls on number 2, Ethan Hansing. He picks up his third foul.
Zettel will shoot 2 here. First one is good.
In for the Cheesemakers, 10, Tyler Elmer, 12, Nick Schumacher, 23, Hunter Ward, and 34, Jonah Tasru. Griffin Allen in for Reynolds.
Zettel now, seeing if he can convert on the second one as well. And he's good on the second as well.
Keegan in for the Cheesemakers, 21, AJ Gray in for the
That's
Red Hawks.
13 now for Zettel on the night. Keegan and Ward have checked in along with Elmer, Schumacher, and then Tustrad, number 34.
AJ Gray and Griffin Allen have checked in for Milton Red Hawks. Down by 29 here, trying to cut into this lead.
Gray with it now, guarded by Schumacher. Phillips with it, guarded by Keegan. Hansing in the corner, pump fake. Elmer goes for it, and Hansing loses the ball once again. And Elmer, gets it to Keegan in the paint, who's guarded by Allen. Allen forces a turnover here. Allen looking to bring it up, decides to slow it down a little bit. Gets it to Bowditch. Bowditch now with it, all the way to Gray. Gray guarded by Schumacher. And Bowditch looking to slow it down a little bit. Phillips with it, pump fake, and gets it to Hansing. Good pass. Hansing can't finish. Rebounded by Tustrad, number 34. Schumacher now picks up the ball. Keegan with it. Keegan left wide open beyond the arc, and that's good for David Keegan. That's his first three-point shot on the night. He has 5 total. Bowditch with it now. Phillips guarded by Schumacher. Schumacher playing tight man defense on Phillips. Gray with it. He's guarded by Keegan. Gray gets to Allen. Allen drives and no good. Rebounded, however, by Bowditch. Bowditch goes right back up and he is fouled on the shot and he will go to the line and shoot 2.
Monroe foul number 23, Hunter Ward, his first, team's third.
30-second timeout. Monroe.
And again, we're seeing similar situations in this game with the write-offs, turnovers, foul trouble as well, which are not good things you want to have, especially with a team with a lot of talent and just can't seem to find the right chemistry to get along this season.
Yeah, it kind of seems like they're having the same struggles they did last year. They have a senior leading team. They have an older team who they've played together for a couple of years now.
Very experienced.
They aren't finding a way to connect together on the court.
As other teams have.
Yeah, Stoughton, Edgewood, Monona Grove, they've all found their ways to connect. Even Monroe tonight, they've found their way to connect with each other, find the open guy, hit their shots. Like Milton is not able to do that. They're not able to hit their open shots.
Bowditch good on the first free throw there. And hopefully Milton can build off of some chemistry here on the long run and maybe make a run here at the end of the year, figure stuff out, not commit as many turnovers, and we'll see how they go from here. Plenty of time left though here in the second half still. Elmer passes into Keegan. Keegan on the shot, no good, late foul called. And I would believe that was on number 23, Griffin Allen.
Griffin Allen, his first, team's fourth.
Allen picks up the foul, his first.
Keegan at the line, shooting 2.
Keegan no good on the first free throw attempt. And Keegan is no good on the second. Rebounded by Allen. Bowditch with it, looking to push the tempo a little bit. Decides to take it easy a little, gets it to Gray. Gray to Phillips. Phillips tries to get it in. Allen can't find him. Weitzel with it now to Allen. Allen to Bowditch. Bowditch is picked up by Schumacher. Allen now guarded by Tustrid. Gets it to Weitzel. Weitzel to Bowditch. Bowditch guarded by Schumacher. Milton working the ball around the perimeter here, trying to find a way into that paint, as they did early in the first half. Isaac Phillips guarded by Ward. Gets it across to Gray. Gray, good move. Good stutter step. And he'll go up, and no shot, and a travel is called.
Monroe's done a very good job at, when Milton's driving the pace, just to stand still and absorb the body contact and just stand there and be a brick wall. Milton's looking for them to go up, and then they can go up and draw the foul, but Monroe's not biting on any pump fakes or anything.
And shot is good by Jonah Tustrid of Monroe.
That's by Tostard.
Or Tostard. Weitzel with it now. Bowditch. Top the key. Gray is picked up by Schumacher. Bowditch now wide open in the corner, pulls up and book it. Three-point shot good for Mark Bowditch. And blocking foul called. Good idea by Bowditch, however, though, trying to pick up the quick charge. Get the ball right back in favor of him.
Third personal, team's fifth.
Mark's third personal. Puts the third Milton person with 3 fouls.
For the Cheesemakers.
And again, Bowditch probably just didn't have his feet fully set. Refs were looking at the feet the whole time, and then that's a clear blocking foul if his feet aren't set. Keegan gets to Tostrid. And no good on the shot. Rebounded, however, by Keegan. Keegan gets it to Elmer. And count the bucket. Elmer goes to the line. And he will try to convert the and one opportunity.
On foul number 5, Mark Bowditch, his fourth, team sixth.
And Bowditch, one foul away here from fouling out of the game with 10.5 to go in the second half. Elmer converts on the and one.
Spencer Hammer back in the game.
12, Spencer Hammer back in for the Red Hawks.
Refs having a discussion here. Might have something to do with what Bowditch was talking to the official out, trying to see maybe if he...
Correction to the last call to Milton
I believe
was on number 22, Danny Weitzel.
I believe that's what
His first.
Ref and Mark were talking about there. Bowditch probably telling him that he wasn't even near the paint, which he wasn't. He was outside, well away from the foul. So good call by the official to double check and get the call right. Phillips with it now.
Allen cutting across the paint there, looking for the ball. Milton's running a lot of backdoor screens, but there's too much congestion down there to feed him.
Phillips now, and no good. Gray with the rebound, however. Gets it right back. Hammer looking to drive, gets it out to Weitzel. Weitzel pulls up from three-point range, and no good. Rebounded by Schumacher.
Monroe looks to push it here.
Keegan with it, almost loses the ball. Schumacher, pump fake, gets it back into Keegan. And Oaksenrider, no good from three-point range. Rebounded by Hammer. Allen all the way across to Hammer. Hammer looking into the paint, can't find anyone, gets it out to Phillips. Phillips all the way across to Weitzel, who then passes it to Allen. Allen to Phillips. Phillips, Hammer now with it. Hammer looking to get a little drive going. He gets it, puts it up, and no good. Rebounded once again by Schumacher. And Monroe pushing it once again, and Keegan. Keegan blocked, no, excuse me. Foul committed by the Red Hawks.
Number
That's
10.
number 10, Isaac Phillips.
His fourth foul.
Team 7. David Keegan at the line.
Keegan once again making a trip to the foul line where he'll shoot 2. Hasn't made any of his free throw attempts so far tonight. And he continues to slump.
Back in for Milton, number 5, Mark Bowditch, and 34, Noah Phillips.
Noah Phillips and Mark Bowditch returning to the floor for the Red Hawks. Keegan attempting the second free throw. And this one is good, ending the skid of 4 straight misses.
AJ Gray brings it up the floor.
9 minutes to go here in the second half. Milton down by 33 to the Cheesemakers. 59-26 being the score. Bowditch all the way across to Gray. Gray pulls up from three-point range, overshoots the basket. And it is rebounded by number 5, Hogan Edwards. However, he loses control and it goes out of bounds. Stays here with the Red Hawks.
Allen inbounds it out to baseline. Goes to AJ Gray. Swings it around for Bowditch.
Hammer now with it. He's guarded by Schumacher.
Monroe playing a 2-3 zone here.
And that's what's going to work a lot with what Milton wanted to do early on, getting the ball in the paint. However, the zone helps definitely keep the ball out of there. Guys constantly moving in and out, trying to keep the ball outside the perimeter, which is what Milton struggles with, especially during the regular season, not having a lot of great shooters from beyond the arc. Mostly like to stick to jumpers and layups. Hammer on the drive, loses control, and Bowditch tries to pick it up, however can't grab it.
Number 11, Braden Zettel, and 23, Hunter Ward.
Zettel and Ward checking back in for the Cheesemakers. As Tustrad and Oxenrider will take a seat. Zettel inbounded, gets it back to Keegan.
Monroe has it.
Edwards with it now, gets it to Schumacher. Cheesemakers looking for a cut by Keegan. Can't get one. Cheesemakers now with it, guarded by Gray. And Keegan wide open from beyond three-point range, and he will be good. 2 for 2 now on the night from three-point range. Bowditch now with it. Phillips looking to get a drive. Hammer to Bowditch. Bowditch pulls up from three-point range, and this one is good. Bowditch
for 3.
Book it. That's his second three-pointer on the night. To have 10 points on the night. First Red Hawk player to hit double digits.
Ward now with it. Gets it to Edwards. Edwards gets it to Cheesemakers looking for a screen. Gets it into Keegan. Keegan tries to get it to Cheesemakers, but it's still pulled by Hammer. Good defense. Chance Nelson, number 13, and number 42, Peyton Ball will check in for the Red Hawks.
Chance Nelson and number 42, Peyton Ball.
Cheesemakers will inbound it. This is Ward bringing it up now. Zettel now, double teamed in the paint, shot no good. And vision by, that's 33, Brian McKeon. Shot no good from Monroe. Chance gets it to Gray. Gray. That's Hammer for 3, no good. Ward on the rebound. Hammer picks up Cheesemakers.
Keep moving!
And Zettel on the drive. Ward wide open from beyond the arc, and that is good. His first three-point bucket on the night. Monroe has made 5 total three-point shots tonight,
Compared to Milton's 3.
Hammer driving, puts up the shot, no good, rebounded by Balch, who puts it right back up, and good. Way to get the second chance opportunity there. And that's another thing Milton is good at and doesn't do a whole lot. They get a lot of second chance opportunities, however, it never ends up being enough in the long run in most of these games. Nelson now, it's it out to Gray. Gray, stutter. Bowditch now in the corner, guarded by Zettel. Bowditch gets it into Nelson. Nelson now pulls up and tries to get it out to Balch. However, it's intercepted by Cheesemakers. McKeon with it. And McKeon, no good. And foul not called there as Edwards and Bowditch collide. Zettel with it, and his bucket is good. Hammer with it now. Hammer driving. Chance Nelson. Hammer recovers, gets it to Gray.
4 minutes left in this game.
And pass is recovered by Nelson, who loses control and gets it back to Bowditch. Bowditch pulls up from three-point range, and it's good. Bowditch needs it, however, it's 7. Just a little late. But that's always good, like I said earlier. Bowditch enhancing the 2 sharpshooters of this Milton Red Hawk squad. Nelson. And now Edwards with it. Gets it to Cheesemakers. Cheesemakers to McKeon. McKeon pulls up. And no good. Rebounded by Balch. Gets it to Bowditch. Bowditch bringing it up court now. And it's stolen by Edwards, who will put it up. And no good. Rebounded. Good recovery by Bowditch to get back and stop the fast break. Bowditch gets to Hammer. Hammer Looking for a cut by Gray. Gets it to Gray. Gray back to Hammer. Hammer in the corner to Bowditch. Bowditch pulls up once again from three-point range. And this one is good. Mark Bowditch is speeding up a little bit here. His third straight three-point bucket.
Well, we have a break in the action. We'd like to say this is a Red Hawk Media production. We'd like to thank everybody from our cameramen to the people that are working downstairs, to my partner, and to our advisor, Mr. Hall, who helps us make this all happen.
And we love doing it, and we'd like to thank everyone as well. And we also have a Milton, we have a big event coming up as well, the Milton Show Choir invite. That's a big one.
Yeah.
And you'll be sure to tune in next time we have a live boys or girls basketball game here at Milton High School. Nelson on the drive. He'll go up and in and out. Tough bucket once again there. And there's Hansing getting the steal. And that's Garrett Cortesi with the bucket. Oxenrider with it. Gets it across to Edwards. Edwards. Schumacher. Schumacher. And bucket is good by number 21, Dylan Skase. His first bucket of the night. Hansing with it now. Gets it to Balch. Balch back to Hansing. Hansing pulls up from three-point range. And this one is good. Milton leading up from beyond the arc late in the second half. And if Milton can shoot like that on a regular basis, they will become a formidable opponent in the long run in the season.
They can figure out a way to start the season shooting the way they've ended this game so far. You got to watch out for them.
And basket no good, rebounded by Hammer, who pulls it all the way up to Hansing. Hansing will stop, try to get to Balch, won't be able to get it. And Hansing steps out of bounds.
Back in for Milton, 23, Griffin Allen.
And Spencer Hammer will exit the game, and he will most likely be done this evening. We want to send a birthday shout out to him. And Schumacher with it, gets it to Edwards. Edward getting it to McKeon. McKeon from three-point range, no good. However, rebounded by McKeon. McKeon. And good effort there by Monroe. McKeon gets a timeout by Monroe. Minute 16 to go here in the second half. Monroe leading by 27, 69-42 in favor of the Cheesemakers. And this was a rough one once again for the Red Hawks. Starting strong, but in the middle there, they started strong, ending strong. Just in the middle there, they had turnovers, gave up too many points off of those turnovers, and allowed too many chances at the lines and too many second chance opportunities.
Yeah, they came out tough for the first 5 minutes of this game, making it a competitive game. But after that 5 minutes, and they had their 6-minute cold streak, Monroe went on a 19-0 run.
And that's something that just shots weren't falling for the Red Hawks, no matter how open they were. And once again here, though, ending strong. So we'll see if Milton can build off of this, see that, you know, they are a three-point shooting team. Just need to get the practice in, and we'll see how they do in their next game.
Friday, January 6th, boys basketball returns to action right here at Milton High School against the Sauk Prairie Eagles.
And Milton High School boys will be back here, as you heard just then, on this Friday against the Sauk Prairie Eagles. That'll be a crossover matchup between the Badger South and the Badger North. And Hansing trying to get the quick steal, can't get it. And he swipes it away once again. And Schumacher, very elusive, and foul committed.
Foul number 2, Ethan Hansing.
Ethan Hansing on the foul. And Monroe's in the bonus, so it'll be a 1-and-1.
Nick Schumacher at the line shooting 1-1 for the Cheesemakers.
And in and out, no good, rebounded by Balch. Allen gets to Hansing. Hansing all the way across to Bertezzi. Bertezzi can't hit onto it. Balch now from three-point range. And that one is good. Milton hitting the three-point ball here late in the second half with less than a minute to go. The assist there coming from Nelson. Oxenrider with it. And there we go. And McKean passes it to Schumacher. Schumacher Driving now. That's Casey with it, loses control, regains it, gets it to Edwards, and Edwards loses it now. He's guarded by Balch. McKeon with it now. He loses it now. And McKeon with it. He gets it to Edwards. And McKeon now from three-point range. It's good.
For 3.
And that's going to do it here tonight in this Badger North Conference matchup. Hansing pulls up from long range and in and out right there. Final score tonight, Monroe Cheesemakers 72, Milton Red Hawks 45. Once again, this is Red Hawk Media Production. I'm Jonathan Groffs.
And I'm Will Thomas.
And drive home safe, everyone.
The girls basketball team is home versus Monroe on Thursday night, and the boys are back in action right here versus the Sauk Prairie Eagles on Friday night. Thank you for your positive support of Milton High
School. 1, 2, 3, your heart start beating. Your room stays quiet.